Namaste everyone and welcome back to my channel Sapna's Yoga Diary. In this video, we are going to cover the 8th topic of Yoga Wellness Instructor syllabus, that is Bandhas. So without any delay, let's start the video. Before I start talking about bandhas, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. If you appreciate my content, do like the video or comment your feedback. I constantly read your feedbacks and I honestly feel more motivated with those feedbacks. So please do write how you are finding the videos and share any improvement ideas that you have. And if you are looking for the online yoga classes, then I offer the online yoga classes on weekdays at 7 to 8 a.m. in the morning and 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. in the evening IST. The fee is 3,000 rupees monthly for the Indian residents, people who are residing in India currently. And if you are residing outside India, the fee is 95 USD monthly. So yeah, now let's get back to bandhas. Bandhas. Bandha means lock. Lock. So what you're doing basically is, in the previous video you learned about pranayam, that pranayam is the regulation of prana through regulation of breath. And now while regulating this inhalation and exhalation, there is a flow of the breath, inhalation, exhalation. Now, if you block this flow by applying a lock and center that flow, center that pranic energy in a particular area, okay, this is what happens in bandhas. Bandhas, in the syllabus there are 3 types of bandhas: Jalandhar Bandh, Udyan Bandh and Mool Bandh. First I will explain Jalandhar Bandh, then I will explain Mool Bandh, and then I will explain Udyan Bandh. The chances of examiner asking for demonstration is negligible. They will probably not ask you for the demonstration of bandhas because if I talk about Udyan Bandh, you must practice Udyan Bandh in the empty stomach. So Udyan Bandh anyway gets excluded, that because this exam does not happen early morning. So any examiner would not ask you to demonstrate Udyan Bandh. About the other bandh, why they may not ask? I'm quite sure they will not ask you this. Reason being, in the pranayam section also we saw that all the pranayam that was included in the syllabus was without kumbhak. Kumbhak means retention of the breath. I told you this in the previous video, retention of breath. And in bandhas also you retain the breath. So if in the syllabus, in the pranayam section, the retention was avoided, they just asked you to learn, the syllabus just demanded you to learn the pranayam practice without retention of breath, then bandhas, basically they have listed bandhas hopefully for your theoretical knowledge or understanding what bandhas generally is. They might not ask you how bandhas should be done. They will ask theoretical question, but they may not ask you for the demonstration, because they have already taken off the retention part in the previous section. That is the reason. But again, I will demonstrate it so that you know what it is. So yeah, talking about Jalandhar Bandh. This is the first bandh. In English it is called as chin lock or throat lock. So as the name suggests, chin lock or throat lock, so it is basically the lock which is applied here. Here chin is involved and the throat is involved. And as I said, in bandhas retention is involved. You retain the breath. So in Jalandhar Bandh, what you do is you sit in the cross-legged position, keeping your spine straight. You inhale deep, and once you finish inhalation, you apply chin lock, Jalandhar Bandh. That means you bend your head down and bring the chin close to the chest. Basically, the chin and chest will be touching each other. So chin to chest lock, chin lock or throat lock is Jalandhar Bandh. Essentially what you are doing is you are not placing the chin to the chest. It is chin to this round hollow space in the middle of the neck, in the middle of the throat, which we call Kanthakoop in Hindi. Okay, there is no direct translation of Kanthakoop in English. That is why it is said chin to chest. Okay, but essentially it is chin to this round hollow space. So you basically place your chin on this round hollow space, blocking the flow of the air, contracting the throat. This is what happens in Jalandhar Bandh. And you lock it this, so you inhale deep, hold the breath, apply chin lock, and then stay there for as long as is comfortable to you. Let me show you. That was Jalandhar Bandh. What is the benefit of Jalandhar Bandh? Now, this is common for all the bandhas, because bandhas is basically an advanced practice. It is said that until you have a very good control on the breath, you should not start practicing bandhas. That is why in the pranayam section they have mentioned pranayam without locks, without retention of the breath, without kumbhak. Because you need to have a very good control on the breath to start learning bandha. It's an advanced level practice. So the common benefit of all the bandhas is it helps in spiritual progress. It's an advanced level practice and it is really helpful for people who are seeking spiritual growth. So this will be common for all the bandhas. Now, the second benefit of a Jalandhar Bandh. What is happening in Jalandhar Bandh? You are contracting the throat area, and here you have the thyroid gland. So it stimulates and manages the thyroid gland, regulates the thyroid gland. So it's very helpful for the people who have hypo or hyperthyroidism. Third benefit, it induces the mental relaxation and prepares you for the higher practices like meditation. One more important thing that you need to bear in mind for Jalandhar Bandh. It is said that a fluid, nectar, is constantly flowing, dripping from the Bindu chakra, and it is getting destroyed because it is dripping down. There is no blockage. It is getting destroyed in the digestive fire. Now, the moment it reaches the abdominal area, it is getting destroyed with the digestive fire, because of the digestive fire. And this nectar is very healthy, helpful for spiritual growth, spiritual awakening. So when you apply chin lock, what is happening? You are blocking the flow. Okay, if something is dripping, nectar is dripping from Bindu chakra, it is getting blocked. It is getting absorbed in the body now. It is not getting destroyed in the digestive fire. That is one of the reason why how it is helping in the spiritual progress, because that nectar is getting absorbed in the body, and it helps in having a long life. So that's about Jalandhar Bandha. Now, who should not practice Jalandhar Bandha? The first two problem areas, it's basically common for all the bandhas, right? So the people who have high blood pressure and heart issue should not be practicing bandhas. Just remember this, it's common for all the bandhas. If you have high blood pressure or heart issue, you should not be practicing bandhas. Second, you have to bend your head down forward for Jalandhar Bandha. And this bending your head forward is totally restricted, should be avoided if you have cervical spondylitis. So in case you have cervical spondylitis, you should not be practicing Jalandhar Bandha. People who have vertigo should also be avoiding the Jalandhar Bandha. Next bandha is root lock Mool Bandha. In the syllabus you see Udhyana Bandha as the second bandha, but I'll explain that at the end. So yeah, root lock, Mool Bandha. In Mool Bandha you apply the lock in the perineal area, pelvic floor. So what you do is, you inhale, again deep inhale, pull the pelvic area up, pelvic muscles up, and hold. Hold inhalation, pulling, contracting and pulling the pelvic area up. It is basically for general understanding that you have to pull the pelvic area up in root lock, Mool Bandha, but the specific muscle or part area which has to be contracted and pulled up is the vaginal area in female, and in the male it is the area between your anus and testis. So this is the specific area which needs to be pulled up, but in the beginning it is very difficult to target that area. So what you do in the beginning is you pull the pelvic area up without thinking, contracting the pelvic muscles and then pulling it up. Slowly as you keep practicing, you will get an idea of the area which needs to be targeted and pulled up. Like you know that you have to pull the vagina up in females, and in males also I have mentioned which part has to be pulled up, the area between anus and testis. Let me demonstrate it to you. So I will inhale, pull my pelvic area up. So this root lock is very difficult for the examiners to examine whether the practitioner is doing it right or not, because it's the perineal area. So it's not properly visible. Here I told you that the whole pelvic area needs to be pulled up in the beginning, contracted and pulled up. What happens when you pull this part up? The pelvic muscles are getting pulled up, abdomen will automatically squeeze in slightly, and the shoulders will slightly go up. Okay, so these are the points to be checked when you are doing root lock. So if you're not sure, just see whether your abdomen is automatically squeezing in, shoulders are going higher or not. If you're not sure, so these areas will help you understand whether you're doing it right or not. So see how I'm doing it. So that was root lock. You would have seen my abdomen was squeezing it, shoulder were going higher. So that was root lock. What are the benefits of root lock? I told you one common benefit, that it helps in spiritual growth. Second benefit, understand, I told you in the throat lock that the gland situated here is thyroid gland, so it was helping in managing thyroid issues. Here you are contracting and pulling up the pelvic area, so it is going to influence the reproductive organ. So the second benefit would be that it is very good for because we are contracting and pulling the pelvic area up, it's very beneficial for the health of the reproductive organs. Number 3, it's very good for the psychosomatic and degenerative diseases. Now psychosomatic diseases like diabetes and degenerative diseases are like osteoporosis or osteoarthritis or Alzheimer's. For piles also it is very helpful. Who should not be doing Mula Bandha? People who have heart issue, people who have high blood pressure should not be practicing Mula Bandha. People who have gone through abdominal surgery, if you are pregnant, if you are on menstruation, you should not be practicing root lock, Mula Bandha. Now the third bandha is Uddiyana Bandha. Uddiyana Bandha must be done empty stomach. That's why I said there is no chance they are going to ask you to demonstrate Uddiyana Bandha. What do you do in Uddiyana Bandha? Here the lock is applied in the abdominal area. Okay, so understand, throat lock here, Jalandhar Bandh, Uddiyana Bandh and Mula Bandh. Okay, so Uddiyana Bandha here. The two bandhas that I previously explained, Jalandhar Bandh and Mula Bandh, that I demonstrated in inhalation retention. You inhale and you hold the breath. Those two bandhas can also be practiced in the exhalation retention state. So you exhale and apply the lock. Let me show you the Jalandhar Bandha with exhalation retention. So you saw, you could also do these bandhas in the exhalation retention state. But Uddiyana Bandha is the only bandha which must be done in exhalation retention only. You cannot inhale and practice Uddiyana Bandha. You have to exhale and then apply Uddiyana Bandha. So what you do in Uddiyana Bandha is you deep inhale, exhale rapidly, hold the breath, contract your abdomen inward and upward. So the idea is when you're contracting the belly, you're basically pulling the navel towards the spine. In the perfect Uddiyana Bandha state, the navel touches the spine. So you inhale, exhale, contract your belly, pulling your belly inward and upward, and hold it there. Hold it till the point you are comfortable in the exhalation retention state. The moment you feel the urge to breathe in, you release your belly first and then you inhale. As I mentioned, this must be done empty stomach in the morning. I'm not shooting early morning, so I am also not able to do and demonstrate it to you, but I do have a video on Uddiyana Bandha which will help you to understand how it should be done. I'm linking that here. You can also linking that in the description, and you can also see it on the top. So you can go and watch the demonstration of Uddiyana Bandha there. So yeah, now let's talk about the benefits of Uddiyana Bandha. Gheran Samhita says that among all the bandhas, this is the best one. This is the best one. If you are regularly practicing Uddiyana Bandha, it is said if one is regularly practicing Uddiyana Bandha, that person, that practitioner, that yogi cannot get old. So you get a control, you stay youthful for longer, you conquer your age, you conquer the death, it is said. So you can understand the impact of Uddiyana Bandha. Second, it is helpful for spiritual awakening. This is common for all the bandhas. Third, because see, this part was helping the thyroid gland, the gland situated in the neck area. Root lock helping the reproductive organs. So Uddiyana Bandha will help the abdominal organs, because you're pulling the abdomen area. It increases, it stimulates, increases your digestive fire, helps in improving your metabolism. So yeah, so these are the benefits of Uddiyana Bandha. Now let's talk about the contraindications of Uddiyana Bandha. If you have high blood pressure, if you have heart issue, you should not be doing. It's common for all the bandhas. In case you have if you have had abdominal surgery, you should not be practicing Uddiyana Bandha. If you have intestinal ulcer, if you have ulcer there, you should not be practicing Uddiyana Bandha. Hernia, if you have, you should not be practicing Uddiyana Bandha. If you are pregnant, you should not be practicing Uddiyana Bandha. If you are on menstruation, you should not be practicing Uddiyana Bandha. So these are the contraindications of Uddiyana Bandha. So yeah, with that I have covered all the three bandhas. The questions in the practicals, basically the only bandhas which I can imagine which they can ask you to demonstrate is Jalandhar Bandha, but again it involves retention of breath, so they may not ask it. They may ask what is Jalandhar Bandha, like this, what is Jalandhar Bandha. So you need to tell them that in Jalandhar Bandha you contract your throat and you press your chin against the chest. That is Jalandhar Bandha. And what happens in Jalandhar Bandha, that can be asked. Uddiyana Bandha, how it is done. So in case of Uddiyana Bandha, it would be really good if you can highlight that Uddiyana Bandha is the only bandha which must be done in the exhalation retention state. The other bandhas can be done in inhalation, exhalation both. And in Uddiyana Bandha, if they ask you about Uddiyana Bandha, do mention that in Gheran Samhita it is considered as the best bandhas among all the bandhas. So these, when you highlight these things, they get to know that yes, you have studied well. So yeah, that's all about bandhas. If you still have any questions, if you have any doubts, mention that in the comment section. I hope this video was helpful to you. Do prepare well and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.